This is Saul Castaneda with Mcscgreenwheels, and I'm here to tell you about our 4-eyed build. We picked up this 86 4-eyed Foxbody LX from Utah, and kind of just going over it like we did with our first build that we picked up from Texas. Our second build, which is the Grunt, our Calypso Green, which now charcoal gray, LX 93. And the reason we went out and got that guy, because again, you know, we were talking about rust, and rust is the mortal enemy of these things, and we don't like it, we don't want it, we don't want to see it, and nor do we want to pick up a car that has a whole bunch of it. So we're gonna walk through this guy and see what we picked up from Utah. We at Greenwheels present to you the 4-eye. Let's see what we're gonna do to this guy. All right, let's start it off real quick. Kind of looking into these cars, what we do and look a lot is at the floor pans. Floor pans are very important because we did that to our 93 GT, which we call Sergeant Reckless. We did floor pans from front firewall to back, all the way into the bumper. And I'm gonna tell you something, that's not fun. It took a long time. Really sidetracks build when you find out that you have a hole in your pan, and it's just a real big problem. So you want to make sure when you buy these cars, you look at the floor pans. One great place to start off with, the trunk. Why in the trunk? Because this spare tire tends to rot off, and as you can tell, you know, a little bit of surface rust, nothing crazy. We already scraped off a little bit just to see how deep it is. So you're gonna see us go through the process pretty much. We're just gonna clean this bad boy up, drop an engine in it, and see what the future may hold for it once we get it up and running. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna try and illustrate some of the things that we have learned and done throughout the years. We're gonna remove this seam sealer inside here. You know, we're gonna take apart all this, you know, pretty much sand this down to its original metal. Along with that, of course, amateur hour at the dealer or wherever it got done. But yeah, we're gonna have to replace all these right here, because this is just, you know, great place to store water is in your trunk. So you want to make sure you save these. A couple things that we just see from just looking around. Now mind you guys, this is an 86 4-eye, so yeah, it's gonna have some of this. So we're gonna go ahead and remove all this, get all that off of there, pour some new seam sealer in here, make sure it's nice and sealed up. We're also gonna get all these clips, see if we can find them, get this go to LMR and get out there and check out for these clips. I'm pretty sure they got them all on there. And then we noticed that we're missing the upper little chrome piece up here to our window. So if anybody's got that and anybody can help us with that, you know, you guys would be awesome. Let us know. We'd like to pick it up. We need it. We don't want water in this thing. It looks like that rear window's been replaced, so I'm guessing either they damaged it or it just wasn't put on there. Moving along, we can see as body-wise goes, you know, you want to look around, you know, no rust. Yeah, right, but no, that's the thing. We're looking for cars that don't have gaping holes. This thing, you know, this is what we mean by, you know, this is surface rust. Okay, cool. We want that to be solid. You know, you don't want to be going around and spending extra cash on replacing this quarter. We can fix this up, which we will also demonstrate to you guys. We're going to take this down to the metal, you know, shave it down real nice, give it a nice filler, and then primer it up. And then we're going to go back into paint, but we're going to keep this guy really, really simple. So, moving along, you see we're going to take these guys right here, clean these up. You can see we have a lot of rust here. Of course, it's been beaten up. We are going to have to replace these guys here. You know, you totally see that these are all broken up. You know, so we're going to have to see. I'm pretty sure we can find them. LMR, CJ Pony. Or if you guys have spare stuff, give us a call. Or drop us a line, give us a comment. Let us know that you guys have it and can help us out. We're willing to pay. All right, let's go back inside. Let's see. Ooh, that's a pop. And we're gonna stress that too as well. So again, a couple of things here we see. Always want to look, if you can, you always want to look at your car's floor pans. Like I said, it's a pain in the butt to have these things and replace them. I mean, we've did. And you know, you always have to be sure not to do a section pan. You know, you might want to do the whole thing. These are unibody cars, so they really depend on a lot of this here. Along what we're going to do with this guy is also put in a Stifler setup. Stay tuned for that video. When we do set that up, we're trying to, like I said, we're taking it step at a step. And right now we're just giving you a proper introduction of what it is that we picked up. I know a lot of people have told us, hey, that thing looks rough, you know. Hey, you know, for a $1,200 car with $865 to transfer it over here, it's not that bad. We have seen worse. Trust us. So, and people have paid for more. But as you can tell, it's been sitting around, so you know, you always want to investigate in here because you know I am not up to doing the floor. You know, it's not gonna happen. We will be cleaning all this up. You know, laying down some new floor dampener. You know, getting it all nice and tidied up, cleaning it down. Like I said, we're gonna take off all as much rust as we can. We do not like rust here. Going over this and making sure that you know we get rid of all the rust. We do not like rust in these cars, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lift all this extra glue stuff that they left here from factory and get some nice noise dampener. A couple other things that we're gonna address on this bad boy is the torque boxes. We've got no torque box at all, so as you can tell. So we're gonna go ahead and put these on and make sure that this guy stays to the ground. We're gonna be putting a coyote in this thing, which we're still searching. Hey guys, you know what I'm about to say, right? If you can, help us out. We have the original dash on the inside. It's the original sand color, or beige, sand beige I think it is. And we're gonna go ahead and restore that one. You can see it's got the original, its original steering wheel. It is a 4-cylinder 5-speed. And we're gonna go to the front and check that out. As you guys can tell, nice little 4-cylinder, nothing exciting. Little grocery getter, as we always say. But when you want to really look around in these cars, what always happens with these Foxbodies is these rails, especially right there under the cross member. You can stick your hand right in there and you can feel around if it's bubbling. Nothing. No rust, no chipping, no nothing. That's good. We had to replace these again on our 1993 GT Sergeant Reckless. Not fun, ladies and gentlemen. Not fun at all. You always want to make sure that these rails are solid. You don't want to get yourself in a position because this $1,200 car will more than likely become a $3,000 car, and that's not even without painting. That's just body work. You know, this car right here, again, has a little 4-cylinder. Still got its AC. We're gonna tinker around with that. You know, if anybody was interested for a 4-cylinder, we're interested in selling. Let me know. But this guy right here took a little bit of a hit on this side. Nothing bad, but what would you expect from a $1,200 car? Looks like they pushed in a little bit of the fender here. We're gonna see if we can hunt around for this bumper. Guys, should I say it again? Okay, well, let's just see who can help us out. We're looking for this bumper. You know, we're gonna have to replace this trim. It's got a nice little dent there. This guy's broken in here in the headlight bezel. So, and we're gonna go ahead and give it our shot, do some body work and see if we can yank out this dent right here. Do some hammering and dolly on the sandbag. Looks like a little slap to a wall maybe, or somebody just bumped into it or ran into it or somehow, but it did cause the fender to move back a bit where it kind of peeled off this trim and causes that to the door. Now what we're going to go ahead and attempt, we're going to remove this fender and we're going to try and see if we can get all this taken care of, straighten up this fender, because I could tell it's been creased up back here from the door going in and out. We're also going to go ahead and see this door because we don't want to lose the door. Another very important thing with these Foxbodies are these doors. Guys, they're not really making these things. And if you do find a good Foxbody, look at your doors, because these things, if someone's done work at it, that door will tell you. You know? So we always go to the bottom, down to the seam of it. So let's check these out. So, yeah, I mean, for being a 30-year-old car, I mean, it's original. We got a little bit of rust here, but again, we're gonna go ahead and take care of all this. You know, if we're gonna have to do some metal work, we will. But overall, this seems like this is just the seam sealer coming off, running underneath there. So we're gonna go ahead and remove all this old seam sealer. Make sure these ports are nice and cleaned open. I want them to take off a little bit more in here so whatever water does come in here can run right out. You don't want it sitting at the bottom of this door, you know, right here at the belly. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that. But as you can tell, doors are solid, they're great. And if it wasn't for that hit, you know, we would have a beautifully closing door. We're going to be in the market for some trim work, guys. So, I'm not going to keep repeating myself. This is one of the other things that we found with a $1,200 LX 86 Foxbody. Yes, they're getting more expensive. There are bargain finds like this, but understand, we are going to invest in this car. So, it will definitely be more than a $1,200 car. It is not running. We're going to get it to run. So, we're going to go ahead and check out the other side. Let's see what that other fender looks like, guys. Here on this side, got a little bit of displacement, but again, it's hit on the other side, so not worried about that. We won't have to do much to this side. It looks really, really nice. It's nice and straight. We can see a little bit of rust right in here, but that's okay. It's, again, little surface rust. Doesn't kill anybody. Just got to attack it early. Haven't been damaged. See, the line in the door is really good. Let's see how this bad boy opens. Perfect. Perfect. Again, we always look at our doors. Perfect. One of the couple other things that we want to show you guys about these Foxbodies that gets really bad are these pillars in here, these door pillars. You gotta look in there, man, and you'll see when there's a lot of rust in there, they start to get really holy. So you guys want to stay away from that if you see a car like that, because it's gonna be a very, very big headache for you. So you always want to look inside of there, get a good look inside that rail, and then if you can, like the way we got it, you know, it's all opened up, we could take a look on the inside and see what that looks like too. I want to thank Chris Abden out in Utah for this, man. You know, thank you for all the pictures, man. You did an amazing job. We pulled the trigger on this, and I mean, didn't lie to us. Honesty works best in this program. Honesty works best in this community. We can all get along if we just stop lying to each other, man. This car, you know, he told us what it had. It wasn't a perfect car, but we weren't looking for a perfect car, and we got, you know, our little 4-ride here. He did an amazing job of giving us an immense amount of pictures underneath, on top, inside, the roof, the back, the truck, the lid, everything. He showed us everything that was damaged on it. Didn't lie to us. That's why we were comfortable on pulling the trigger on this bad boy. And as you can see on these doors, they're perfect. Watch this. I've seen some cars that can't do that, and they're all hooked up nicely. So, you know, says a lot about their framework, which, let's see what underneath looks like. Mostly everybody gets on these things, man, and, you know, they mar these pinch welds. We're going to show you guys a video of how to put these cars up, because we're going to be installing the Stifler setup on this car. As you can tell, this guy has nothing. And as far as for an outside car that came with some snow and icicles, you know what? No gaping holes on this floor. Little surface rust that we will be addressing and giving it a proper sanding and primary and cleaning and then a good solid painting. But stay tuned for that, guys, because we got a lot of work to go on this guy. So as you can tell, a lot of things that we look for are these pinch welds. We have a little bit of a dent over here, but that's nothing that we can't repair. Same thing we did to our 1993 LX, the machine, which is our white LX. We haven't done anything to that one because we're going to keep that one around for a little bit like that. You know, want to make sure these guys are always solid. When these start to bend, you can break this metal, you break the paint, rust starts to settle. Before you know it, your rocker's gone. Guys, don't lift it from here. Don't lift it from here. There's a mount right back here. It's part of the chassis, you know, and then one right in the front, right over here. Get it from right here. You start bending from here, you start getting, these things start to look funny. These floor ground effects don't fit anymore. So stay off the pinch weld. Again, we're gonna go ahead and be in the market for some of these guys. You know, a little dry rotted, it's cracked. It's nothing bad. Again, we're dealing with a $1,200 car. You know, they're beaten, but it's okay. He's a little already sun warped. So we'll be in the market. Guys, if you could help us out, much obliged. So, overall, bumper looks great. We can go underneath and check this out. We're going to end up replacing the metal bumper underneath anyways. You should. And also the bumper shocks. You should. They're probably no good. They're 30 some odd years old. Get rid of them. Don't be nostalgic about it. Just get rid of them. Put some new stuff in there. You know, if you're going to go through the trouble of what we're going to go through, we're going to go ahead and do that. You know, so we're still thinking about the interior. We got this with no interior. So, guys, leave us a couple comments of what you think of what we should do with this interior. Overly, we haven't even baptized this bad boy or given it a name, so I'm kind of at a lost words, so you guys can give me a hand. I want to say thank you to everybody on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Thank you for subscribing. Keep doing it. We're going to keep bringing you as much of this content as we can. Guys, thanks a lot. We will see you soon.